Hello, my name is Linda McMullen, and I will be reading an excerpt from my story, The 12 Dancing Princes and Me. No good angel came to my friend Megan's aid on that night when the moonless sky lit up and the embassy walls came down. She had introduced me to pho, Game of Thrones, and staring down men who interrupted me in staff meetings. She had remembered to stay out of the window-shatter penumbra. The angle of the rocket was 1 in a million. At her funeral, her pastor said God had called her number. I suppose I saw the official counselor when I went back to work. I remember thinking he processed my grief like a workers' compensation claim, dutifully offering aseptic references to the damage. I resigned and handed in my badge, Friedman, Anne. My parents had rented out my old room. My brother deftly changed the subject when I suggested staying on his couch. My dwindling savings covered a month's rent for a once shabby, chic, now dingy, sublet. At least it had Wi-Fi. I hustled toward the grocery store to get food and to see if they were hiring. An elderly woman in a trench coat, a too large Drew Brees jersey, and a bohemian skirt crouched outside. "Spare change, honey?" I promised to stop on my way out. I bought bananas, oranges, and a ready-made sub-sandwich from the deli. I offered her half the take. "I hope you like turkey." She said she did. "Have a good day," I said, waving. "Where are you going?" she asked. "I'm off to make my fortune," I replied, gesturing vaguely toward the sublet. Apparently even grocery store applications were online now. "Wait!" she cried. "I can help." "I don't want to trouble you. You know that show, The 12 Dancing Princes?" I had seen commercials in the 2 to 3 a.m. hour. "Send in an application when you get home." I declined. The show apparently sought sylphs between 22 and 26 to compete for the affections of one of a dozen wealthy and mysterious young bachelors. It looked like a trademark-infringing mashup of Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, Dancing with the Stars, and a misogynistic beauty pageant. She continued, "When the application asks for your employer, put Manna Academy." I met her gaze, ready to stare down this unexpected brand of lunacy, when I saw it. A pale but unmistakable wingtip peeping from below the trenchcoat hem. The woman resettled her shoulders. It vanished. I swallowed hard. "Can't be." "Go on," she cried. "Just remember, don't drink the wine." I scurried back to consume my half sandwich in front of reruns of The Office. A commercial for the 12 Dancing Princes blared. I muted it. I proceeded to http://www.grocery.com/careers. Every banner ad announced recruitment for a hot new travel/dance competition show. I reported them all as spam and clicked on the job application. The redirect whirled me toward https://www.12dancingprincesshow.com/applicants. A dozen times in succession. After 3 restarts in Chrome, Edge, and Safari. I contemplated walking to the library to use their computers. Laziness and/or resignation won. I filled out the application. Height, 5'4". Weight, wraith-like. My personal statement was a masterpiece. Ex-diplomat and current grocery job aspirant seeks prize money only, not the manufactured affection of an Instagram playboy participating in this travesty of a game show. The moment I pressed send, I reached the grocery store application, already filled out for me. I hit enter and went for a nap. I awoke to "Congratulations! You've been accepted as a contestant!" and swore loudly. The producer, Delilah King, skipped hello. "Here's the game. Our 12 princes are hiding in different locations around the world. You've got to find them all. For each location, you'll get a clue and 30 minutes to consider it. No internet. If you solve it, you'll both travel to the site. You'll meet one of our princes. You'll both spend a day learning how to do a local dance. You'll perform it together. Then you'll get the next clue. You have up to 5 days for rest and recuperation. You have 30 days total to complete travel to all of the locations and return to Los Angeles. She smiled, as if encouragingly. Got it? She had skipped the parts about exhaustion, blatant cultural appropriation, and the mandatory high heels that I needed to dance to pieces. And, she said, there's a penalty if you fail. Beheading? I suggested. No, she said slowly, perhaps wondering how actual decapitation might play in Peoria. Your plane tickets, hotels, incidental expenses, they're considered loans. If you lose, you'll work for the studio. For how long? Until you repay them. Ah, debt bondage. I asked how many people had gone on the show before me only to fail. 11, apparently, with years of uncompensated labor ahead of them. Seems like a disincentive to doing well, I remarked. Should you win, the prize is a cool 10 million, she replied.